If you guys tuned in to the Met Gala, you know that there were several looks that were absolutely stunning. Today I'm going to show the Kaia Gerber look. I think she was an absolute vibe, and with her curly hair, I know that we're going to match what she was going for super closely. So first off, we're going to start with her makeup look. Always want to prime your skin. I'm going to use the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I'm just applying this with my fingers and working it into my skin all over. Something that is often overlooked is taking just a few seconds after you've applied your primer to let it really soak in and dry to your skin, because it's not gonna do a ton for you if you just immediately move to the next step, which is usually foundation. The next step for me today is I'm gonna take my NARS, this is the medium custard, and it's a concealer, and I'm just gonna start subtly concealing a few of my blemishes. Next, I'll be going in with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and this is in the shade 5.75. Next, I'm gonna go in with my concealer. This is the Tarte C collection, and it's the Power Flex Concealer in the shade 25N. I typically apply it in this area, and then I go in, the brush actually came with this. It's a little bit angled, which is nice. It can get in those tight spaces. And I'm just tapping and blending. Next, I'm gonna go in and set the areas that need it the most. This look is still pretty dewy and fresh, so I'm not gonna overset my face. I'm just going to use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and go in under my eyes. As you'll notice, I'm tapping the excess product off of my brush. Around my nose and in my smile lines just a bit. And then I tend to have lines on my forehead as well, so I will just set those. That is it. Do not want to overset like I mentioned before. Next, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, and this is the shade Bronzed Belle. Take another brush and blend all that out. I'm differentiating my contour a little bit, kind of going in with a powder and just setting that a little bit more, not to get over bronzed in this area. Next, I'm gonna go to brows because Kaia's brows were an absolute vibe. TikTok might be telling us that thin brows are coming back, but I love that she's keeping the thick, natural brow alive. I'm here for it. I'll be using the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and this is the shade Soft Brown. I always like to set my brows, so I'm gonna set them with the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. And I'm just swiping all of my brows up. Next, I'm gonna start on my eyeshadow. So this is the Easy Eye palette for the Charlotte Darling look, and it includes the Day Eye and the Night Eye. In case I didn't say it before, it's the Charlotte Tilbury palette. Don't know if they currently sell this one, but you might be able to find it online, or at least something similar. What you're looking for are these warm brown tones. So I'm taking some of the rust tones from this palette, and I'm going in and getting a very blended eyeshadow look. This is not too extreme at all. The wing and the sparkle are what takes center stage here in this eye makeup look. So I'm gonna blend everything out with a separate brush, and then I'm blending the shadow all the way up to the brow. It kind of just tapers off there, but don't try to have more like a cut crease in that area. It's supposed to look very blended. Next, I'm starting off with the sparkle that is in this palette. Starting at the inner corner of my eye and blending it outwards. Next, I'm getting, it's a Sephora brand eyeshadow, and this is the Sequins Effect, and it's in the shade Colorful. So it's gonna give me the actual sparkle, AKA sequin look. And I'm just rolling these onto the eye, pressing them in. Such a glam look. I'm obsessed so far. I'm reinforcing that darker color just a touch. You can see the sequins will still show through a bit, which gives it a beautiful effect. Next up for this winged eyeliner, I'm taking my Benefit, and this is the Roller Liner eyeliner in the color Jet Black. Now, similar to me, it looks like Kaia has more hooded eyes. So instead of going more upwards, this winged eyeliner is going more outwards. Now granted, it's still kind of curved up just slightly as to not bring the eyes down. So you can see I mostly used the liner and the felt tip on that liner, but I reinforced it with a little bit of an angled brush. I don't know why I used the term a little bit, but I reinforced it with an angled brush, and I just flicked that outwards. And what that did for me is it helped me get that very fine wing there at the end, which is just very precise, and where sometimes this felt tip pen can get a little runny or start getting thick very easily. I'm gonna repeat those steps on the other side. Next, I'm gonna go in and get my waterline to deepen the lash, or rather the look of the lash in that area. I'm gonna add some sparkle to my inner eye and a touch under my wing. And now I'll finish off the eye with mascara, and this is the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. Now that I've finished my eye makeup, I'm just gonna do a few additional adjustments to my face makeup, and then we'll start on my hair. So I am reinforcing my bronzer, the putty bronzer that I used from e.l.f., with the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. And this is a powder bronzer. A great way to set a cream or liquid bronzer that you've already done is to reinforce it / set it with a powder bronzer. And then just blending that in with a separate brush. Now I'm going in with my NARS blush, and this is in the shade Orgasm. Once again, taking my blending brush and blending that in. Now I'm taking my MAC highlighter, and this is in the shade Double Gleam. And I am just softly brushing over the high points of my face. And I'm taking my finger, getting in some of the smaller areas. I will be going in with the Charlotte Tilbury lip pencil in the shade Pillow Talk. I am topping off the lips with this Lucky Chick gloss, and it's in the shade Bubbly. So it is just a very light pink gloss. Giving a tiny bit more sparkle and shine. Never forget to set your makeup looks, y'all. I'm gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. And now it's time to let my hair down. So my hair is quite a bit frizzy right now and looking a little thirsty, to be honest. So I'm gonna go in with the Olaplex No. 7 Bonding Oil. I've just put some of that in my hands, and I'll rub it through my hair and kind of scrunch the ends of my hair with it a little bit. The nice thing about Kaia's look is that it was still very tousled. So it wasn't perfect. And whether you have naturally curly hair or you're curling your hair with a wand to replicate her hair look, keep that in mind. It doesn't need to be perfect curls. You want it to be tousled. I'm gonna spray some of my roots, smooth those just a little bit. This money piece section here was pretty smooth. And then I'm taking 2 clips and going one on each side. It is as simple as that to look like you're on the Vogue runway.